Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update now that the wind has kind of died down here. Like I've said previously in a couple of the other videos, though, the weather here does not really cooperate with me too well. So, where I'm at. So, went ahead and pulled the spare tire carrier. Got my hitch welded in. And I'm currently getting ready to rework how it was mounted here. I had the pivot down and it was interfering with me cutting the corners off at a nice 45. So I went ahead and cut it off, torched it off, ground it, and I'm gonna rotate it, flip it back upside down, then reinforce that main bar so I don't have that flex that I had in the carrier itself. So on the front, this is what I came up with. It's not 100% done. I still got to go in and do some work on these gussets, put some more holes in there, and then I got to get the skid plates welded and mounted up. But you can get an idea of kind of how it turned out. I was originally going to do real low profile pre-runner bumper, but my wife and my son talked me into keeping the winch and go ahead and make a hybrid bumper. So that's what we've got here. I used some of the old pieces and some new plate and went and tied it all in, and then remounted the one set of lights. So I still got to go in and I got to put some tabs in here for locations so that I can mount a skid plate here and mount a lower skid plate. I've got a secondary setup that's going to go across here. So frame arms are all tied in. I reused the factory hooks. I had them laying around, why not? They're free. So winch is back in there. I just got to mount the controller and clean this all up and paint it. That should be pretty much, the front end should be pretty much done as far as the bumper goes. I'm still debating on if I'm going to widen this and bring it forward, you know, an inch or two. Want to gusset the spindle, but that's a lot of work to refabricate this lower arm and extend the upper arm and put all that fabrication into it if I'm not going to stay with this setup. I have a set of 1-ton axles that are basically a Dana 60 twin traction beam set up off of a Ford F350, and the rear axle is a floater, which is really good axles. They've all been gone through, and I have them laying around. So I'm still debating. I'm really trying to decide if I should go ahead and swap it all out, because with the twin traction beam, like on the Broncos and stuff, stock width, you can pull about 17 inches of travel and still have four-wheel drive. So it's there. I can do it if I really wanted to take the time to fab all that stuff up and mount it on here, cut the frame, cut my IFS off, and set it all up. Again, I can't decide because I've got about 3 weeks left here, and then I'm going back to Arizona. So if I were to do the Ford axles and 1-ton setup on here, it would have to wait till next summer, because it's starting to get too cold. The weather's just horrible here for me to be really out here fabricating. So like I said, I can't decide if I'm just gonna mod this stuff, leave it, run the Toyota stuff in the front, or if I'm gonna do a full swap. And I don't know. You guys throw some comments what you think. I don't know. Still trying to decide what I should do. But trying to get some of this fabrication stuff done when the weather's okay for me to be out and film it for you a little bit. So I'm in the process of reworking the carrier, so we'll give you another update once I get more of that done. I would do like a time-lapse video and cut it in, but the wind, and every 20 minutes or 30 minutes it'll rain for 5 minutes and then it doesn't, so it's kind of back and forth, so it's more of a hassle than it probably would be worth for you guys anyway. So gonna get some holes put in these plates, and the back should be almost done hopefully by tomorrow, and maybe this weekend I can get it out and get some a little bit of footage, wheeling, something for you guys anyway. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. You guys have a good night.